Hey guys, Chart Stoppers back with another video. In this channel we take a look at different stocks and map out their key support and resistance areas on their chart. It's important to know these areas before buying any stock, and it's also important to know what kind of a trend a stock is in before you buy into it. Support and resistance is one of the most important things you should know about a stock before you either buy or sell. Also, if you're doing any day trading, swing trading, or options, you're definitely going to want to get familiar with support and resistance. Just to let you know, I'm not a financial expert. These videos are for educational purposes only, but I am here to point out key factors on the charts which do impact the price action of a stock. I also provided a link in the description for Webull. You could use it to start an account and get 2 free stocks. I also provided a link for Robinhood. You could use that to start an account and get 1 free stock. Just to let you know, we will be doing 3 videos per week on 3 different stocks, so if you have a recommendation, leave a comment below and I'll try to get to your recommendation. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any new content. Okay, so let's get into the market today. Today is Monday, April 19th, 2021, and the Dow Jones today is down 0.4%. The S&P is down 0.54%, and the NASDAQ is the biggest loser of the day, down 1.02%, but it was also down a little bit more than that. So everything is down today, a lot of red today, and it's another bad day in the market. And a lot of stocks are getting crushed today, especially these growth stocks that I usually talk about. They're getting really beaten down lately. So that's what I wanted to talk about, one of them today that's really taken a beating. Let's get into it. BNGO, okay? I've done a few videos on this before. I'll provide a link in the upper right-hand corner to to one of the videos I've done. You could check that out to see how I got to my chart here and how I mapped it out before. So you could see that it's currently trading at $5.28. It's down 38 cents today, which equals to about 6.71%. I think it was down as much as 10% today. Okay, so it's gained a little bit back on the day, but again, this thing last week was a miserable week for this stock. It was down almost 5% every day. And it looks like the start to another miserable week for this stock. It just keeps going down and down and down. Another almost 7% today. And a lot of people are trying to figure out where the bottom is going to be for this stock. And a lot of other ones that I'll be doing updates on too. So that's what I'm trying to figure out here myself. It's really hard to figure this out on these charts because the technicals on these things are getting really tough to figure out because a lot of these support and resistances during this correction are getting, they're just not holding up at all. So it's hard to map these things out and follow the chart patterns because all the supports are just getting blown through and nothing is holding up on these charts, as you could see. This isn't a correction anymore, This thing came all the way down from 1569 for a high, which we hit here on February 16th. And we're over here. Today is April 19th. So this is just 2 months later, okay? From the high to today, 2 months, okay, and a couple days. And we've lost about 75% of our value right here. Okay, so this is more than a correction. This is what you call a crash right here. Okay, you lost about half of your value right here when it was at, let's see, around 760. So you would have had, or no, not 760. Around $8 would have been half of your value. So around this area would have been half. So that would have been about a correction. But now we're looking at about a 75%. So that's a crash. Okay, these things are getting crashed. So we're trying to figure out where this thing is going to end up, bottom out, and then finally reverse. So first thing I want to look at is the chart here. Let's take a look at all the supports that we lost during this crash here. So the first thing that we look at is the 52-week high, $15.69. And Like I said, we hit that on February 16th. And we quickly lost our first support, or no, this is our resistance that we're going to want to see. If we do come up back to these levels, we're going to want to see this thing break through $14.62 to move on to an all-new high. So if we get to this level again, we're going to want to see this thing close above $14 and around 60 cents to move on to an all-new high. Okay, so the first support we lost was right here at about $11.82. We lost that rather quickly, and it kept falling. The second support we lost was around $10 in this area right here. We didn't hold that support for very long either. As you could see, it broke through that resistance quickly, so the support did not hold up as it was coming back down. Okay, and the next support we came to was $8. You could see it kind of tried to hold that $8 mark as it traded sideways on that one for a while. About a couple, it looks like, let's see. It was about a week, maybe 2 weeks. We saw it trade around that $8 mark during the correction or the crash, and then we lost it, okay? And the next support we came to was around $7, okay? So you could see here, we came to that one. That one, it tried to bounce off that one, actually. It actually recovered from $7, and it tried to make a recovery there, okay? And it hit off that $7. It actually hit off it once, made a recovery, and then came back down, hit off it again. You could see actually it hit off that $7 support line 3 times, actually. You could see the first time was right here. Right here on the 4th, and then we lost it during on the 5th. It dropped way down, but then it recovered during that day, and then it recovered off of that $7 up here, and then it traded around that $8 mark, you could see, and then we hit it again right here on the 25th, and then it bounced up again, recovered a little bit, dropped down to that $7 mark again. Let me get rid of that. Okay. And then it tried to recover again, but you could see right here, it got to this area in this right here along this red line where I have marked as my downtrend that it's been on since it hit this all-time high. And it's been following this downtrend for a while now since it hit that all-time high during this crash. So it's been stuck not being able to break through this downtrend right here. And we did have a false breakout because I did have this line moved. I think I had it, let's see. Let me see if I can move this. Okay, I think I had it down more like this originally. I think I had it like this. And I thought it broke out around this area. Okay, on this day right here, it gapped up in the morning. And it was a false breakout. You could see it had a couple days. It had this day and then this day where we had a false breakout where it opened up very high right here, but then it just kept falling, okay? And then ever since then, it's been on a steady decline. So I had to move my downtrend line to follow it down now to see if it can break out of this eventually and reverse to the upside. So right now, our next support that we're looking for, since we lost our $7 support, as you could see right here, we lost it around April 12th, and we have kept falling to our last support that I have marked out right here, which is around $5.31, or $5.30. Which actually, I think I need to move a little, actually, yeah, I can move it a little bit lower just to line up with this big green candle right here. I want to mark that to the bottom of that one because I'm passing through this one right here and it's touching these two right here. So this is a little bit of support that hopefully we can hold up on, and you could see it's trading right there right now. It's actually right at our support that we're at right now. So $5 and around 30 cents is going to be our support. And if I zoom in here, you could see today it already dropped below that. It dropped all the way down to $5.12 today. And now you could also see here I have, as this gets closer to our support, and hopefully it will ride along this support. moving closer into the corner of this triangle, I have my green uptrend line. Now I've had to move this line. If you've seen the 2 other videos I've done on BNGO a couple weeks ago, I had my line up here, and I think I had it up here. I've had to move it down as it's lost these 2 support lines, and I keep moving it down as the stock price keeps falling, just to see if it's going to break this downtrend. Okay, so as it keeps falling, I'm moving it down these support lines. Okay, so I'm hoping eventually it's going to consolidate along a support line into this corner right here and eventually break this uptrend. Okay, or this downtrend, I mean. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's what we're looking for eventually. I'm eventually going to be looking for this uptrend to continue along, and finally some consolidation along a support line for it to break out of this downtrend that it's been on for these 2 months. Okay, so what it looks like to me, if I'm looking at this, it looks like it's going to be forming an upside down cup and handle formation. Okay, if you've ever heard of that pattern, you know, if you ever heard of a cup and handle, it goes like this. You know, a cup and handle, I don't know if you could see it on my screen, but a cup and handle goes like that, you know, and then you'll have a handle that comes down, and then it'll usually bounce off of a support and then pop up. But this is kind of an upside down one, so you'll have this, and then so you have the cup right here, which is forming upside down, and then the handle would probably bounce off this support and bounce up. So it would be an upside down version of that. Okay, so hopefully we get that with that. It looks to me like that's what it's forming, upside down. But we'll have to wait and see. If I were you guys, if you're looking to buy into this, I would probably just wait on this one. You know, it's real risky to buy into this one right now because it is falling rapidly. You're losing about 5% a day on this, and there's no signs of consolidation yet. You could see right here, you know, this past week or two has just been steadily losing every day. You know, like I said, it's been about 5% a day. You're just seeing boom, 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 boom. So it's not looking good right now. I would wait to see, you know, where it settles down at and where a possible reversal would be before you open this up for a trade or possibly buy in for a swing trade or maybe play options on. But like I said, right now it's just very risky to try to catch this thing as it's falling, because this is a falling knife and it's in crash mode right now. So I wouldn't want to be buying this right now as it's falling down like this rapidly. But it looks like it did. If it is doing the cup and handle, the upside down cup and handle, or the inverse cup and handle, as they call it, it looks like it would be finished along this support line right here. As you can see, there was a little bit of consolidation right here before the next leg up, and you could see hopefully it would be getting done right here if that was the case, right along this support line. So this could be it right here if it does stay, if it does hold this support right here. So I'll be watching this to hold this $5.30 support. If it does not, okay, so what's the worst scenario than this? If it doesn't hold this support, well, let's see what happens. Okay, I got to go over to my 4-hour chart and let's see where our next support level is. Let me grab another line and we'll check it out. It looks like it's going to be right over here, and it looks like, let's see, let me line this up with some candles here. Lining this up with these candles over in this area, you could see we have a little bit of support here, not much, but it looks like we can draw support right in this area. We had a little bit of support before, you know, you had this support right here. So it looks like around $4.75 is going to be our next support. if this does not hold right here, okay? So if we lose this $5 and between, let's say 25 cent to 30 cent support, you could see right now it's at $5.28. So I'd go between, you know, $5.20 to $5.30 for our support. If it loses this, we're going to be looking at this right here, $4.75 for our next support line. And if it doesn't hold that, we'll go back to our daily chart. Our next support we're going to be looking at is our 200-day moving average, which is pretty scary to look at because that's all the way down here at $3.69, okay? And that's, you know, another big drop off. So this could come all the way, you know, this could come all the way like a 360 right here. You know, it came all the way from down here, went all the way up, and it could come all the way back down to around 360. And who knows if it'll stop there. You know, it could fall below the 200-day moving average and continue on this downtrend. You know, it's got to break this downtrend at some time, but it could continue on this downtrend. You never know. I mean, the way it looks right now, it's losing 5% a day. Who knows when it'll break this downtrend? Okay, but the first thing we need to see is consolidation right here along a support line. Okay, so hopefully we'll see it along this one. I mean, we've already got a pretty good start right here. We're not seeing a major drop off like we did, you know, right here in a row. You know, you see a little bit of a break right here, not too big of a drop off in on Friday, and then a little bit right here. I mean, it's kind of moving a little bit sideways, so we'll see. But it's still losing, you know, almost 7% today, so it's still not good to look at if you're holding the stock. I mean, it's painful to see on in your portfolio. I'll tell you that. So that's what I'm looking for. And if it breaks the support, I'm going to be moving my trend line, my green trend line. I'm going to move it down to this support next if it loses my $5.30 support. So I'll move it down to this corner, and hopefully I'll see consolidation through here to break this downtrend if it does break this support line. But hopefully we do see the consolidation and the break from the downtrend. So hopefully this helps you guys out and gives you something to look forward to if you're holding this stock or looking for a trade, something to make money on, you know. There's not too much opportunity in the market right now. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening, especially in this sector right here, the growth stock sector. You know, if you're holding these kind of stocks, there's not a lot happening right now. You're losing a lot of money. So hopefully this will give you something to look at, and hopefully we'll see some movement in the next week or two. So that's the video. That's the update on this one. If you guys liked it, make sure you hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification button so you don't miss out on any updates like this. And we'll see you next time on Chart Stoppers.